Well, it has been a wet few days around the area, a lot of flooding and wet basements. So what if you're experiencing those types of issues? Rob from Everdry is here today to talk to us all about some of these issues and how we can fix the problem. It is always a pleasure to have you here.
Always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, so Rob, for people that have not heard of Everdry or have never utilized your services, let's start there and talk about how long you've been in the community, because I know since 1978, that's when nationally they opened their doors.
That's correct. My brother and I actually, Everdry has been family owned and operated since '91, so over 30 years now we've been serving the community. Longest as far as any company out there doing waterproofing. We've been here in the Grand Rapids area, like I say, 30 years helping homeowners, and you know, what could be better than that?
Yeah, and you and I were speaking a little bit earlier this morning, and you said more than 10,000 homes that you've been in and you have worked on.
That's correct. Yeah, when my brother and I purchased the location and we were started out, we had 12 counties we serviced. We actually have grown now to 36 counties and 2 offices throughout Michigan. So it's just a constant growth. The more the word gets out, the more people are calling and knocking our doors down and having us come out to help them create dry, healthy living space.
Yeah, and you've got to think, with more than 10,000 homes that you've been able to help, obviously you're doing a lot right.
Yes, that's correct. We work very hard. You know, it's not just about getting the water out. Everybody can get the water out. It's about what the water causes, and we're the best at addressing that. We've had research and development, like you said, since 1978. We have 16 offices nationally, and we're quite a team when it comes to getting things taken care of in your home.
Yeah, so a trusted name, not only here in West Michigan, but all throughout the country. So let's talk about what type of waterproofing you do as a company.
Okay. We do an interior drainage system that stops the water table from getting to floor level. We also do outside work to address your walls, stop and redirect the water away from your walls so you don't have hydrostatic pressure build up. We address the air quality with a ventilation unit. And we have a multi-step system which addresses all of the above and warranties walls, floor for the life of the home.
Yeah, we're seeing some photos here, and when you look at these, you're like, wow. When I see this, obviously there's something going on that you don't want to have in your home, but before you get to that point, and those are actual homes that Everdry has been inside and really worked on, but before you get to that point, there are some unseen things that, you know, are kind of, you know, warning signs that people might not know about.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember Toucan Sam, but he always said, you know, your nose knows, follow your nose. First thing is, if you get an odor, there's probably mold present. Clean air does not have a scent, so if you're smelling it, it's probably contaminated. And if you're smelling it, that means you're breathing it, so I would address it. We also look for cracks, dry rot, chipping, peeling paint, any signs that there may be moisture pushing through that you just can't see yet.
Yeah, and so you have systems that address this issue. And like you said, when you talk about, you know, smelling that mold, that's mold that's going into your air that your family's breathing, and that can really create not only a lot of damage in your home, but it can also be a hazard to your health.
That is very true. I mean, besides just mold, any kind of contaminants, there's microtoxins, there's carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. Mold spores are probably the biggest, because if you have moisture for 24 to 48 hours, mold growth can begin. And if you're seeing it and smelling it, chances are it's all airborne. And when you turn on your furnace in the wintertime, it'll actually kick it from the basement up through into your house, and you're breathing it up there. It's definitely something you want to have addressed and keep under control. And the only way to do that is moisture control and ventilation.
Yeah, so your award-winning team, they come into the homes and they have specific systems that they utilize to help with these issues. Let's talk about those systems.
Okay. As far as what we do to test things is we have a mold lift test we do. We have a mold swab. We have this air advice that you see on the screen right now. And what that does, it takes a sample of your air, sends it to a lab. Within 30 minutes, we get a result back. It'll tell you what's in the air. It'll tell you if it's particulates, mold, you know, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, basically anything that's not air, and then it tells us how to address it. Ventilation is one thing with the Easy Breathe. That controls, keeps the air circulating throughout the home. With the moisture control, this here that you see is the Smart Power backup system. What happens is if your power goes out and your pump fails or anything like that, this pump will kick on and it'll run up to a week, so we can get out there and change and put a new pump in for you.
Yeah, and when you think about other companies that could be in the area, you know, that people are looking at, who should I go with? How do I know the right company to partner up with? What do they need to do? What do they need to know to make sure they're going with a reputable company? Okay.
First and foremost, when in doubt, check them out. Go to the Better Business Bureau, see what kind of things that they're saying. There's a profile on every company, whether they're accredited or not accredited. Look at their reviews, look at their complaints. I'll tell you, everybody's going to get a complaint if you do a lot of business, but how are they handling those complaints? Are they taking care of their customers' concerns? Look at the longevity. How long have they been in the area? Can they provide referrals? And what do their reviews look like online? I mean, the best place to find truth in reviews is go to Google and just Google the company and see what people are saying about it that actually had work done.
Yeah, and on top of a free inspection, you're also offering an Independence Day special to our viewers.
Yeah, that's correct. We're doing 10% off up to $1,000 on our multi-step. Not valid with other offers. It can be a great value. You know, waterproofing is not a cheap fix. To do it right, it costs money, so to save $1,000 is a pretty big value.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's really peace of mind for not only your home, your largest investment, but also your family, your most precious, precious investment as well.
That's right. The health of your home is the health of your family.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Rob, always great to see you and great information.
Same. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
have a wonderful holiday.
Oh, you too. Thank you.
Thank you.